Hey together, Aaron the Black Dragon's back, and welcome all of you to the final episode of Monday Madness's Plague Inc. Evolved. And before we actually really jump into this whole thing, here's a little bit of story time. I tried to record this episode yesterday already, so it's the day after the other recordings, and I failed horrible. I recorded for over 2.5 hours without getting any results. I even ended up scrapping those recordings because there was nothing I really can use in them. After that recording, after I finished up all my other recordings, I sat down and played an additional 1.5 hours to just figure out how to tackle the plague that we are encountering today for the big finale, which also brought me nowhere. So what I ended up doing was looking up on YouTube a gameplay video for the Shadow Plague. I'm gonna have a link down in the description so that you can see the gameplay from this particular YouTuber himself. And if you really enjoy the Plague Inc. series on my channel, it's going to end. But I highly recommend you checking him out because he plays the game on Mega Brutal, he has great strategies and he's really good at it. I enjoyed watching through some of his recordings, and I'm pretty sure you will enjoy them as well. So, enough of the story time, let's jump over to the game. So, today we're gonna tackle the Shadow Plague. Sentient mutagenic pathogen triggers a powerful thirst for blood. I'm gonna jump in here. I'm pretty sure I didn't unlock anything because I only died, so therefore I still don't have any bonus things for the disease. Something is waking. Centuries ago, a human close to death was infected by a sentient pathogen, the Shadow Plague. Buried deep underground, the human was slowly consumed and transformed. The Shadow Plague has fully mutated the DNA of its host into a being of great power. Now, driven by eternal hunger, it's time to rejoin the world. This time, humanity will fall. So, this is the premise. And we're gonna choose a starting country. Again, for the strategy that we're gonna employ, we're gonna start in Greenland. Freaking island countries, hate them, every time. So we're gonna start in here, and what we're gonna do right off the bat, before we do anything else, we're gonna take a look in here, because the Shadow Plague is a little bit different. We have 0 transmissions in here, we have the Shadow Blessing, which we can evolve whenever we want, but we're not gonna do that. And over here we have the vampire abilities. We can make ourselves stealthy, Night Rave, we adapt to the modern life and become this more stealthy. We can Therianthropy, sorry, butcher the name, but with that we can transform into a bat and fly around. Then we can build a lair which will generate DNA points for us over a certain amount of time and also heals us when we are in the area. Because we can die. We are actually playing a vampire. And the thing that I'm gonna get first, because we have start with 23 DNA points, is Blood Rage. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna increase Blood Rage by 1, which gives us the ability to rampage in an area. We can destroy military bases, research facilities, and we can just devastate the country that we are in currently, and we gain DNA points for doing so. And the further we go along, the more DNA points we will get, and the stronger we also will get. At the beginning we're only gonna do that, and then we're gonna start in Iceland and just rampage our way through there, grind up some DNA points, and from then we're gonna jump on. A vampire rises in Greenland. The world has changed beyond belief, but the vampire can already smell the blood of billions of humans waiting to be consumed and subjugated. So again, what we're gonna do first, boom, go in there, because with the vampire we are killing people anyway. If I would stop the rampage, we would kill them no matter what. So there is no infection with us. But your vampire can change the world. The vampire is shown as a red icon on the world map. It has unique powers and abilities to use it So use it wisely as you try to cover the world in shadow. We're gonna do that. So we also, as you can see, have a lot of DNA points, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep on increasing our blood rage at the beginning so that we deal more damage and get more DNA points. And as you can see, we're just killing humans in there. And they will become aware of us at a point. I'm gonna say that right away. Yeah, vampire feeding attracts attention in Greenland. The vampire feeds by drinking the blood of its victims, leaving behind drained corpses. It's only a matter of time before the humans realize that they are dealing with something far worse than a murderous cult. So, when I started it off first of all, I really freaking love the Shadow Plague. And secondly, when I started it off the first time, I was in awe. Let's get the bet for the time being. If I get enough DNA points while we are in Greenland, we're gonna get more the Shadow Blades as well. But I just wanted to make sure. With the bat we can fly short distances. I can show you here really quick. In this radius we can move around. Everything out of that radius we cannot travel to. We don't care about that at the moment. But yeah, when I started this, originally I was in total awe because I love how it plays. I love the idea. It plays completely different than all of the other plagues, because originally I was thinking like, this is probably gonna play like the coronavirus or the simian flu, but it's completely different since we're not gonna overrun the world with vampires, but more so we're gonna make them ourselves. Blood cult leader tracked in Greenland. Authorities in Greenland have confirmed that they are tracking a highly dangerous individual who they believe is responsible for the horrifying blood cult murders that have been shocked the world. So now, as you can see, everyone in there is dead. If we stay too long in this place now, our dear friend, our vampire, will die because he starves to death in there. So what we're gonna do now is fly over here and start doing the same thing basically over in Iceland. So let's go in here and rampage for a bit, because we wanna have the DNA points. So now that we're in Iceland, one thing that we're gonna need is the lair. I'm gonna get that for the time being. And with the lair healing, we can heal a little bit faster in a lair. And then we also wanna get the dark ritual once. After that, now we're gonna save up our DNA points so that we can get the Shadow Portal. The Shadow Portal is really good for us, because with the Shadow Portal, once we have a lair, we can be anywhere on the world, but we can teleport automatically to our layers. And we can have more than one layer. And I think it would actually be not too bad of an idea. I'm gonna build one layer right here, hidden away from humans. This layer acts as a base for the vampire. Here it can heal itself as well as generate DNA by conducting genetic experiments on healthy and infected people. So I'm having one layer up here because it's right between the US and the rest of the world. So it's right between here, and it's gonna be important later on that we have something to jump around. We're gonna come to this, however, as soon as it jumps on. For the time being, I'm gonna just sit here in Iceland and generate some DNA points so that we can have more abilities. Like, let's get the Shadow Portal since we already have that. And now I'm gonna save up a little bit, and any moment now there should pop something up. Theoretically. Well, see you guys once that happens. Templar Industries reveals global vampire threat. The secretive multinational defense company reveals that a vampire is behind the blood cult murders that have shocked the world. Templar Industries claims to be taking urgent actions to defend humanity. So what's now going to happen is, now that the Templars are out, and basically revealed myself, Templar Industries activate military protocols, claiming that humanity is at risk of extinction. Templar Industries have activated advanced military bases across the globe to fight the vampire threat. So I'm gonna stop it right here. As you can see, there are now military bases. We have one right here in Mexico, we have one in Argentina, we have one in South Africa, one in Madagascar, one in Central Asia, and one in the Baltic states. What we're gonna do now is we wanna get to those bases, we're gonna build us some layers on the way there, and we wanna destroy those bases because they will be a pain in the ass if we don't deal with them. So while in the pause menu, let's fly over. I think the closest I can fly to would be this. And the first thing I wanna do is get down to the Baltic states. Come on, land in there. Good, let's go in there. And then we're gonna attack this military base. The first few bases are not that hard. We should be rather fine dealing with the first few bases. But every time we take down a base, they're gonna send out reinforcements to other bases. Templar base in Baltic states destroyed by vampire. In a cloud of darkness, the vampire brutally attacked the Templar base. Some survivors were able to escape to other Templar bases with crucial knowledge that will help fight the vampire in future. So this is what's gonna make this a little bit harder, because now they send reinforcements and knowledge to the other places, which is gonna make it a lot harder for me to get along and destroy them easily. Again, the first two shouldn't be a problem. With the last few, there is going to be where we're gonna have to be a little bit more strategic. So this one's gone as well. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna have to think about this really careful. Let's evolve the bat so that we can fly a little bit further. And then I wanna fly as far down here as I can. I'm gonna build a layer down there, because that's gonna be important. So that I have a layer on another place in the world. So they reinforce themselves, let's make a layer here. And I also will need to regain some health, so let's stay in there for a little bit. Kill some people and heal ourselves up. We should be close to fine. Yep, we should be fine. Let's go down to the Madagascar and deal with them. So, again, I really love this plague. When I played it the first time, I kept on gushing all over it because I love the idea of this plague. It's just incredibly hard to play through it for the first time if you don't know what the crap is going on. So let's go over there while they send reinforcements over there, which will be a problem. Templar prepared drones to target vampire layers. That's a little bit of a problem, but only in the sense of they will send some drones to my places, and that's why the shadow portal is so important. Can I destroy that base? Nay, right there. But if I go to the place where the drone is and I start a rampage over there, I will get the ability to destroy it. So I don't want them to destroy my bases, because this will go up in cost more and more. So let's go back over there and destroy those Templars over there. Then I only have 2 bases left that are in America. They're a bit far off from me, but I should be fine. Hopefully. My problem is that I don't have any layers over there, so I'm gonna have a hard time getting to them. I can't see how close I am to destroying them. So let's go over here, because I need to get closer to the edge here. Let's get ourselves a little bit more healing when we kill people, because we will need that, because I'm gonna wanna go over there and build a layer over there. So let's fly over there. Come on. I need to be over there, build a layer so that if they send a drone now over to my other layers, I have a place basically right there where I can teleport myself to if they should send a drone somewhere again. So let's, since this is right in range for me, let's fly down there and try to take them out. And I should have just... you don't have to be exactly on the portrait of the thing. I don't know why I'm doing this, because it makes it harder for me to see how close I am to destroying them. So we're taking a little bit of damage, but we should be fine. I think I'm gonna retreat once during this fight, so that I can heal, because I think we are nearly equal at the moment. Let's do that. Then make a rampage. Yeah, we are nearly equal. They may be a little bit stronger than I am. But they also try to regain some health while I'm gone. But they regenerate slower than I do, so therefore I don't need to concern myself about them healing themselves up fully while I'm healing myself. So now let's go over here. Good, we're doing good at the moment. This is a crucial thing, because this was where I was dying originally, because if you have the plague out as well during this time, the Templars will start working on a cure. That's bad for you, because you will have to take care of them, and then there are research facilities that also further the cure research, so it's basically just a big problem if the cure is being developed and the Templars are out. And that is because once they have a cure for the disease, they have a poison for you, and it makes it very easy for them to kill you. So try to get rid of the Templars first and then deal with the rest of the things. Okay, I'm gonna see where this one's trying to go, but I think I can already see where they wanna send this drone. Yep, I can see it, so let's go. Whoops. Come on. Let's go back over here. Start a rampage in this place. Go back over here. Start a rampage in here so that I can heal myself up. The last base is always the more annoying base, because they got all the reinforcements. And it makes it really hard for you to destroy the last base. But once you have done this, the rest of the game is rather easy. Let's take them out now. I think either with this attack or the next attack I should be fine. Let's see, come on. And again, this is a strategy by another YouTuber. And this strategy also works amazingly on Super Mega Brutal. So I don't think I will have any problems with that, especially since I tried it beforehand. So, perfect. Templar forces eradicated. In the devastating assault, the final Templar fortress has fallen to the vampire, who will defend humanity against the darkness now. Well, nobody will. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna fly around. I wanna make I guess one more base should be fine, and after that I'm gonna grind up a little bit of DNA points with my bases. I'm gonna have one more base basically down in Australia, if I can get there potentially. And then I'm gonna save up some DNA points so that we can evolve the disease, and from that we're gonna kick it up a little bit more. So I'm over here now. Let's rampage first of all, because I need a little bit of health, and make another base so that I heal even faster. So, but now what I'm gonna do is basically I'm gonna cut ahead until we have the DNA points, and then I can tell you what we're gonna do after this. Okay, vampire starves in Iceland. I'm gonna jump in here. I just killed the last person in Iceland. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna jump all the way down here to Australia. We also have 114 DNA points. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna start with the symptoms. We're gonna start the shadow blasting. In here we have different things. We have some dark pustules, which are cysts that are developed that have dark pus inside, but they make it slightly harder for our disease to be cured, which is good. But what we're gonna do beforehand is we're gonna start with nocturnal. Infected struggle to sleep at night, increase infectivity. From there on we're gonna go to the steroid boost, which makes them stronger, but also increases infectivity. Then pheromone secretion, So we're basically gonna go down some of the symptoms to make ourselves more infectious. We don't necessarily wanna be deadly, but we wanna get to the shadow slaves. Everything else is nice and good, but we wanna get to the shadow slaves. Neuropathic manipulation causes severe behavior abnormalities and eventually permanent psychosis, causing infected to become slaves to the vampire, which is what we wanna have. And then we wanna have the blood sacrifice. Infected bleed themselves to strengthen the vampire. Layers generate extra DNA as more people are infected. And we wanna have both of them. And then we're gonna go over to the vampire, where we're gonna have now a few more DNA things. We have blood gift, which vampire visits hundreds of humans each night and marks them with blood, infecting them with the shadow plague. And now I'm basically gonna save up my DNA points and gonna go down this road, because the more people we infect with that, the higher this is, the more we just infect everyone that we are in an instant, in the blink of an eye. The Count created by Vampire. The Vampire released a unique strain of the Shadow Plague called the Count, which spreads independently from the Vampire. Infected humans have no idea what the Vampires planned for them. Well, I do know what I have planned for them. But now, this bothered me, and it's gonna be a little bit harder. So let's go in here, and the Count causes massive psychosis in victims. People infected with the Count have been enslaved by the vampire and forced to go on blood killing sprees. There's no helping or reasoning with them. So, my layers will now generate a little bit more DNA points. We should be good at this point, basically. I kinda wish I would have saved up a little bit more DNA points, but you know, jumping into the next stage was a little bit crucial for me, because I don't wanna make it 100% like the other YouTuber, because then you could just watch him and ignore my video in general. So I'm gonna play it a little bit more risky. He plays it basically very safe, so that you can play through it in Mega Brutal. I'm gonna go with a little bit more of a risky route here, because I like a little bit of risk every now and then. So let's get the Dark Cloud, which infects even more people now. We need 17 DNA points to increase that even further. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna jump to all my layers, and I'm gonna take a look at where they built those research spaces, so that I can... Oops. I just wasted DNA points to jump into the country that I was in. That's a little bit stupid. But now we're gonna have research facilities. So I'm gonna jump to them and destroy those as well. Because, God knows, I don't wanna have research facilities. Great, and now let's go in here, get that up a little bit more. And I'm just gonna jump to the countries where I have my layers and basically go around and infect a lot of people by just jumping around, infect the countries. I'm not super effective at the moment, but more so than not at all. So let's do that, and also see that up there is a research facility, which is something we don't really like, but not like they can do anything against that. So let's go over there. Vampire slaves wage war in Sudan. Good job, buddies. So let's go. If we destroy the research facilities, we also throw the cure a little bit further back, which is something that we will need to do. But we're not trying to get a perfect score here. That's why I'm not going for the ultimate strategy where we basically are safe and everything works out perfectly. So let's get this one, Corrupted Air. Now that we have that thing, basically what happens is we are in a country and infected immediately. Let's get a little bit more infectious with that as well. But we should be fine now. If we are in the country, it's basically instantly infected. So that's gonna make it a lot easier. I'm gonna go over here, infect them. Vampire slaves wage war in Sudan. Good job there. I'm gonna go over to some of the islands. Nobody's alive over there, so I don't care about that too much. gaining more DNA points. I don't think there's a lab anywhere, which makes that actually super easy for us at the moment. So, the Count struggles to spread in harsh climates. Yeah, we need to do a little bit about that. Let's wait until we get those things here. Also, the cure is kicking up really nice. That's something I don't really want to have. Let's go over there and get those symptoms out of the way, because then we are harder to cure for them. Also, yeah, so we jumped into Canada, infected them basically instantly, but there's also a research lab that I didn't see before. And there's another one over there. Let's destroy this research lab and then make a jump over to Australia. From there, am I close enough? No, but I can jump to Japan. They're a little bit too far out of my range, so I can't do anything about that. But I will destroy you anyway, because I don't care about them. So, let's be in Japan for 1 day or so. Perfect, infected. Let's go over here, destroy this research lab, fly up to the next one in Russia. Destroy that one. Good, we are also in here now. Let's fly over to Russia, destroy this research lab. We want to have them as low as possible, because as soon as they have the research labs, the cure, as soon as they have the cure, they have a poison basically for us, and that's gonna make it a lot more hard on us than we want to. Let's make ourselves cold resistant so that we can infect Canada a little bit more easily. Gonna stick around in Russia for a little while so that we infect everything in there. So, and also looking out that no other research facilities popping up somewhere, so I don't have to panic around. Also, maybe should... Oh, there's just a lot of people dying down there, so I don't care about that for the moment. How close are you here? It's good. I don't see a research facility. There's still a lot of research being done. I have a lot of DNA points. Probably should spend them. Let's get that as well. We want to be harder to cure. So we should be fine over there. Let's go back over here and then up to America, because they take so much time. Let's infect every single person. The cure efforts have slowed down tremendously, which is great. Let's kill a few people in here so that we get more DNA points. Well, we infect everyone. Should be good about that then. Let's see, what else do I get in here? Let's make that thing a little bit harder for you guys. So a lot of places have not yet been infected because they closed their stupid borders. Because that's gonna stop me when I can fly around like that. Let's go everywhere for 1 day so that we can infect everyone. Because all I need to do is infect them now. And then it's basically done. Freaking cure, however, is getting a little bit closer to being done than I want it to be. Do that. So, what I just started was Vampiric Awakening, and now a lot of people will die, but I will potentially get another vampire, which is a good thing. And also, when a lot of people die, that means the cure effort will sink down. So, we will need that, and if I get another vampire, I have 2 vampires on the map and can infect everyone a little bit more efficiently. There's a little bit of risk and reward going on right now, but it's really annoying that they closed their borders so quickly. That didn't happen when I played it the last time. So let's do that. Good. Finally something infected by itself again. Wonderful! You can see what we got. We got another vampire over here. That's gonna help us tremendously. Let's make ourselves a little bit more infectious, and I mean, we have the DNA points, so let's start the Vampiric Awakening yet again and see if I can make yet another thermal calcification, whatever. Let's see if I can make yet another vampire and start dealing with them a little bit faster. I don't care about some of the islands. Actually, I care about those islands. Let's go over there. Good job, infected that place. I don't see any research facilities, but still the cure is going up way faster than I wanted to. It's annoying that this is the thing. Let's go down here for you. You go over there. Wonder freaking full. So you go up there. You go. You can go there. Come on. You go over there. Then where's my other vampire? You can go over there. It's a little bit risky at the moment, but I think I can manage. I think. Let's see. Everything's infected. Let's have them rampage in there a little bit. I have a lot of DNA points. Let's just start doing some things to slow the cure down a little bit. Nothing in here is really needed anymore. Let's just get a few things so that the cure is not as effective anymore as it was before. Now I should be actually done and fine. Yep, we have it. Blood trumps all combo. Wonderful. Well, not too hard to get any combos if I can basically buy anything I want. Let's just get a few more things just so that the cure has a little bit of a harder time. So let's take a look at the world. New Zealand. Okay, exactly the places where I have my vampires sitting should be the ones. It should be fine actually. Oh, god damn it. I see where I went wrong. Down here is no one infected and no one dead. For some odd reason I wasn't down there. Well, buddies, you're mine now. It looked so grey, so I thought it was already infected, but alas, I was wrong. Buddy, you can just fly over there. You're killing too many people for me at the moment. So, let's see. The Count has enslaved the world. The Shadow Plague has fully corrupted humanity with the Count and now, after thousands of years, the vampires can finally begin their rule of blood and pain. The world falls into darkness. Perfect! That should be it. Yeah, victory! The Count has corrupted humanity. Vampires rule the world now. We did it! The cure was 96% done. If you play it the smart way, your cure will probably be done only about 10 or 20% at the end of everything. But again, I wanted to have a little bit of risk and reward, and it was very risky, but therefore even more rewarding for me. But you saw how the strategy works. If you want to see it played perfectly, again, there's a link down in the description to see how this YouTuber plays it on Mega Brutal. And has a super easy time with it. You just have to do a lot of management and fine-tuning here and there to get it perfect. And some waiting around. I didn't want to wait too long, so therefore it was a little bit more hectic for me. But other than that, I still really love this plague, and I'm probably gonna play it again for myself. But for the video, I think it was perfect the way I managed it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the final episode of Plague Inc. If you did, how about leaving a comment down below? I really would appreciate that. See all of you to whatever may be my next Monday Madness series. So bye!